Whew. Y'all, it's been a minute. Oh my gosh. Woo! What up, y'all? It's your girl Simply Taj back with another video. Basically, like a little life update. I moved into a new place, as you can tell from like the boxes and everything right now. I haven't decided a good filming spot right now in this house, but the natural lighting is amazing. It's crazy. So just letting you guys know like why I've been gone so long. A lot of opportunities have been coming up for me and I am extremely grateful for them. Performing as in singing and dancing, and that has been taking up a lot of my time, but honestly, like as a good person told me, you make time for what you want, and I am filming this video because I want to continue making YouTube videos. I decided to make this video and everybody kept telling me to make a story time of my roommates, and maybe eventually I will, but like a part of me was like, dang, I don't want to be a negative Nancy and be like, oh, I hate my roommates, blah, 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 blah. All of us are gonna have bad roommates at one time, and then sometimes we're gonna have good roommates as well. So I basically just wanted to film this video for y'all, giving you 6 pros, 6 cons of having roommates. These aren't in any particular order or anything like that. It just came to me at the top of my head when I was thinking about it and writing it down. Con number 1. I shouldn't say con number 1 because I'm going to forget what number I'm on. But anyways, the first con is missing payments from your roommate. Basically, you could be the most organized person ever and they can be like worse, like really bad, and they're always missing payments and they just can't get it together. Like they're always like, oh, what's the rent? Oh, what do we have to pay for this? What do we have to pay for that? Even when you could have made a group chat and you couldn't even put the payment amount in the group chat. No shade. So basically that's what happened to me. Like I was well organized, and when it comes to payments and bills and stuff like that, I'm very, very organized because I do not like to be that person that misses out on payments. So I would definitely screenshot the amount and I would send it to the group chat, and basically I would get no response. Nobody would say okay, nobody would say, oh, why is it this much? Nobody would say anything like that. They wouldn't say anything. And then I'll be like, okay guys, we have 3 more days until rent is due. I still have no money. My roommates in particular would literally not look at the screenshot. Well, it didn't seem like they looked at it, and they would ask me all the time, oh, what's the rent? What's this? What's that? And I'm like, did you look at the screenshot? It literally tells us how much rent is. Divide that by 3. And I even did all the little hard work for them. They didn't have to go on their calculators and divide it. It literally says right after the screenshot, the next message. A pro to missing payments is obviously it makes rent cheaper having roommates. You can have roommates whenever you get a house. You can have roommates whenever you get an apartment. You are actually saving a lot of money no matter what you move into, rather than moving in by yourself. Another con, messy roommates. My experience with them being messy, it was gross. Like dishes will be left on the side of the counter, kitchen, whatever, and then even inside the sink for about probably like a month or so. Like I'm not exaggerating or anything like that. I'm being so serious. People wouldn't flush the toilet after using the restroom. The kitchen was always just nasty. I would always be the one cleaning the kitchen as well. And then trash cans, oh my gosh, the trash can will always be full. I would literally wait like a whole week to see who would take it out, because at this point, like, no shade, but a lot of shade, this is a time when one of my roommates didn't even have a job. So I'm like, you're here all day and you can't take out the trash all week. Like, you just let the trash pile up and sit there all week. And then when I come home, I'm just like, you know what? I get irritated because I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it out. Throw to that. They can be very, very clean. Help you with stuff around the house. They can wash the dishes. They can take out the trash. They can make sure the bathroom is cleaned every time, you know, you go in there or whatever. But like, I'm not saying that you're always gonna have those roommates who are like, oh, let me just make sure everything is straight before Tasha gets home, da 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 da. I'm just saying to have like a routine or something like that, like a schedule or something. Like, and being like, hey, on, I don't know, once a week, let's clean the bathroom. Or, hey, it's trash day, so maybe we should take out the trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, just stick to a routine. And I feel like if you have real good and reliable roommates, then they would be willing to stick to that schedule. You can like swap out each time so everybody doesn't have the same task each week or something like that, you know? Roommates that you won't get along with. I wouldn't say that I necessarily didn't get along with my roommates, but I will say that it definitely went downhill. It was basically like, hey, we moved into this place, it's great, oh my gosh, we're gonna do this, this, and this, and it's gonna be great. But then, like, so just like a little backstory, I'm not gonna tell y'all everything, but I had my best friend living with me as a roommate, and then she found her person and moved out. End of that story. And then I got a new roommate, which is basically who I'm talking about right now. And I don't care if she even sees this video. I don't care if he sees this video. Like, I don't care. But I will say that they weren't the worst. You know what I'm saying? It could have been way worse. So I had a guy and a girl, and old girl basically told my roommate that she didn't want him talking to me. Both of them stopped answering me in these group chats. Look, I'm gonna break it down to y'all. This is what would happen. So like, I would send something in the group chat, no response from old girl, but then he would be like, okay, after like probably like 5 hours later. And I was like, okay, cool. I guess I got a response, you know? And then not only that, I would send something else in the group chat, and then he will text me separately and be like, okay, well, I already did this and this and that. No. All this stuff needs to be put into the group chat because I need her to see it. Even if she doesn't like me, even if she doesn't want to see it, I don't care. She needs to see it because we're all roommates and we all need to make sure we are on the same page. But it was just really funny because like, they would choose certain days to like talk to me. I don't know if they was just feeling good or if they was just having the time of their lives together and doing their thing. A lot of shade. But I will walk in the house and they'll be like, hey. And I'm like, hey. Like, all of a sudden you want to talk to me now? Like, I'm so sorry, but like, I know some of y'all are gonna be like, you're petty. I definitely am. This is so childish. Like, this is basically like middle school, elementary school, like age. Oh my gosh, I'm not talking to her because she doesn't want to talk to me. Da, da, da. People really think that I'm not petty and that I can be the sweetest thing ever, which I am, and I definitely am. I do not like showing my negative side because I feel like that side should always be a side that you hold to yourself. Yes, you can talk to people about it and vent to people, but I really feel like you should not be like always so negative all the time, this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the people who know me know that I'm not like that. I am really, really nice to people and I give people multiple chances, which is probably why I get so irritated. And that's on me, something I'm working on. But whew, just to vent and get that out of the way, sis, like, I'm not really sure if we got along, but honestly, that is a con to having a roommate. On the pro side, you would have basically lifelong friends that you always want to be around. So yeah, another con is less privacy. There is a lot of stuff that you might hear that you don't want to hear, but it's happening around you. You're gonna see stuff you don't want to see. If that's the case, let your, communicate with your roommates, let them know what's going on. Like, hey, you can't walk around the house butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bring it back. Also, as in privacy, sometimes you have those days where you just really don't want to talk to anybody, and you walk in the house and then your roommates are basically all in your face. What'd you do today? Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's basically like one of those times where like, hey, I just want to chill out. I just want to go in my room, eat some food, relax, lay down, be by myself for a little bit. And sometimes a lot of roommates don't really understand that. You can share things with your roommates. Basically, like what I mean with like sharing things is just like your living room pieces or something like that. You're sharing like a big TV or any type of furniture, anything in the like kitchen, little things like that. So you are sharing, it makes it a little bit easier for everybody in the house. There is definitely potential for massive noise in the house. Massive noise as in just like, I don't know, they could be probably playing a video game or something and being like super duper loud. Or they could, like me, freaking be trying to learn a dance routine or something, and you're literally like tired of hearing the same song over and over and over again. And I wouldn't say those are like massive noise, but like it is stuff that kind of gets like a little annoying a little bit. So definitely a pro to the massive noise is that it could potentially be fun. Like, don't get me wrong, being with roommates is super fun. Like, you get to do anything you want with your friend. You can like set up like a dinner or something for like your roommates or something like that. Just basically little fun homey things that goes on in the house. Even outside of the house, you can just be like, hey, let's all go hiking, or let's all go to an escape room, or let's do this, this, and this. It's just those little things that do matter and that could potentially make it fun as well when you have roommates. So yeah. The last thing for a con is your roommates could potentially or constantly keep asking you for favors. Meaning favors with anything. Favors on, hey, I don't have enough money for this, or hey, can you spare me with this and this? Like, it really depends on what those favors are. Just like even little things. Hey, do you got an extra toothbrush? Hey, do you have extra soap? I don't know, just anything like that. Like, it could possibly be annoying and you can be like, geez, like, what do you have? It's kind of something you gotta kind of get used to, and then even like communicate with your roommates. That's it. And then a pro to that is just you can help each other out, basically. It's the same thing that I just said, like, hey, do you have this? Do you have extra of this? Hey, can I eat this or whatever? I don't have any money right now, so I just want to eat whatever is like in the house or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's basically that kind of thing. All in all, you guys, literally, there is always pros and cons to anything in life, not just roommates. It's hard sometimes with roommates. I just kind of got the back end of having roommates. Mind you, I never lived with roommates before. I was a commuter all 4 years of college. So this is probably just those roommates that I probably would have gotten in college that I never got to experience. Like, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what happened last year. I was dealing with a lot, and it was just so hard to just be comfortable in my own home and try to communicate with them even when they wouldn't talk to me back. Setting all of that aside, you can always make your roommates like good roommates. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying go and try to change them, but I am saying that you guys need to learn how to communicate, because I feel like at our age, maybe even younger than my age, like a lot of us don't know how to communicate with each other. We're just always assuming and thinking that people know like certain things that were taught to us when we were little, but a lot of people weren't raised like we were, so it's gonna be different. This is just my first experience, and that's how it turned out. And honestly, I will learn from my mistakes. This is just something that is teaching to me, another teaching moment in life, and that's literally all it's going to be. I just really hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share to all your friends, everything. Remember to stay simply you, because if you are not you, then sis, who are you? Anyways, I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.